Hi. So I wanted to make a video about the Tower Store slash web store. And I'm gonna go through the different stores here and kind of go through my journey a little bit. I mean, I really don't want to call this like a guide, because I'm really not good at making guides. But, maybe you could just use this as a reference. Um, Whenever I talk about what I did with my purchases. And I'm also going to give you some pros and cons of, like some mistakes that I made. I mean, they're not really mistakes because I ended up fixing them down the line. But, when it comes to stones, you got to really be careful about how you spend that stuff because you could make a very costly mistake. And like I said, I'll go through that later on. So if you're on an emulator, you could just go to the Tower Store by pressing the little cart icon here. And at the top, I believe there's an option to take you to this web store. Now, for me on an Android, it doesn't have that. So I have to go to the website, you know, separately. Okay? So I'm going to give you the website, and I'm also going to leave the link down at the bottom. I mean, in the description. Okay? So it's store.techtreegames.com/the tower. And then there's another slash there. Okay? Now, when you first get to the store, it's going to ask you to enter your user ID. So to find your user ID, you got to go, let's go to the tower here, blow up the screen a little bit. On the right hand side of the screen, when you're at your main screen, you're going to see missions up on top, and then down below that, gems. Below that is a little cog wheel. It's like the thing that goes inside of a clock. You're going to press that, and down at the bottom left hand side of the screen it says ID, and then it has your ID, and then it has these like two little papers inside of a box. It's like the copy sign. You press that and you copy it to your clipboard. And then you can go ahead and exit out. And then you go back to the store. Let's blow it up a little bit here for you. Now, it says log in with your ID, and you're going to go ahead and paste your ID. The last attempt I did, I logged in, and then my video stopped because I think that there was an issue there. So I'm not going to do it, but that's where you log in. Now, if you want to buy somebody else, to say you feel generous and you want to buy somebody something like a boost or some gems or a stone pack maybe, you could put their ID in there, buy them whatever you're going to buy them, and then just log out of their thing, and then they should get it. Like if you want to give somebody a gift, that's how you do it. Now, this thing has several different things. It has stone packs, it has the boosts, the disable ad starter pack, event boost, epic pack. It has all the different gems, quantities in there. And at the bottom, it has your premium passes for all your different milestone passes. And at the bottom here, it says support a creator. So if you want to support a creator, you could put their code in here, and you'll support them without it costing, without any extra cost to you. So if you want to buy, a stone pack, and you put their creator code in there, it's not going to charge you any more money for the stone pack. Now, if you're like me, and this is kind of like my experience, uh, if you are using a gift card uh, for the purchase, you have to enter your zip code whenever it goes to the checkout screen. You have to enter the zip code, and then you'll find out exactly how much it costs, so you can know how much you need your gift card for. Because with me, I have to use gift cards because I have an allowance card that my dad gives me, and he doesn't want me spending anything to do with the internet on that card. I got in trouble not that long ago. So I can't use my allowance card for this. I have to go to we when we go to Walmart or whatever it is, my dad lets me buy a gift card, and I use the gift card on the store. And the Visa gift card, the vanilla gift card, works great for me. So if you want to do that, that's an option for you. Okay. Now, that's the website. Let me. Back to the creator. So Spartan's code. I know of three of them. If you're a content creator and you have a code, please leave your code down in the comments. Okay. So Spartan's code is code 300. Jplays code is jplays, and I believe it's in all lowercase. And then Ryan's code is Ryan the Tower in all lowercase. So those are the three codes that I know of. So if you want to support any of those guys at no extra cost to you, put their creator code in there and then hit save. And then anytime you make a purchase within that month, they'll be directly supported through your purchases. Now, I believe it only lasts a month. So next month you might have to check it again and then enter their code again there. Okay? But a wise man once said, I don't know. I'm just guessing. So, let's go back to the tower here and let's talk about the Tower Store. You're going to hit the cart. What I did at the beginning was I bought the starter pack, epic pack, and the disable ads pack. The disable ads pack is probably one of the best things that you could buy in this game. Unless you really like watching ads. But it comes up, the ad thing comes up like every 10 to 15 minutes. And believe me, man, after watching that for a week, you're going to want the disable ads pack. It's one of the best values in the game. The starter pack and the epic pack are also really good, but they could be kind of pricey. But they give you, one gives you a 3 times multiplier, the other one gives you a 2 times multiplier. So if you're barely starting off, this is a great way to get extra coins right away. Now, what I did with those gems was, as a beginner, I'm going to go through my journey. So beginner, now, and future. So as a beginner, what I did was I spent those gems on a mix of card and card slots. I made sure I had a certain couple of cards like enemy balance and health card and all this. And then I bought some card slots to kind of help me put more cards in there. So I did a mix of that. I can't really tell you exactly how I did it because I don't really remember. And let's go ahead and go down here. Now, some people say not to spend money on this, but I have used this for very niche, I guess that's the word, cases. Like I bought the $10 one because I did a respec on my tower and I ended up misclicking. So when you're doing a respec, be very careful with what you're doing. So I had to buy the $10 pack to go back and put my tower back where it was. The best value one the 3,000 gems, that's good. In my opinion, if I was to buy any of these, it would be for that. But I wouldn't buy any cards or modules with it. What I would do with that is if I really wanted to rush my labs, like especially at the beginning, and this is not financial advice. This is just my idea. I'm not trying to get a big argument started here, but if you really wanted to, you could use this to rush your labs. And that's where the value is. Now, the second best thing is cards and card slots. Oh, and then even before those, you have the fifth lab. The fifth lab costs 3,000 gems. So if you wanted to get yourself a quick boost with that, then that's a very good value right there. But keep in mind that you're going to be spending the $100. Now that's all there is for this. Now when you go to your battle screen, and underneath the tower you have the milestones. The next thing I bought was the milestone packs. So they're not showing up for me right now, but I think if I go to, okay, I bought all of the milestone packs that go up to tier 15. And I got all this stuff here. I got all this stuff. And what I did with that, with the gems, like I said, I used it on cards and card slots. That's what I did with it. I didn't gamble modules with any of the gems that I bought, with the milestone packs. And with the stones, and this is kind of where I messed up at the beginning, was that the stones, what I did was I used my first set of stones to unlock some of these ultimate weapons. So I really wanted Golden Tower, because my first one was Black Hole, second one was Spotlight, my third one was Missiles, and then I knew I wanted Death Wave or Golden Tower, so I bought a stone pack, and I got Death Wave, and then I didn't know about the web store at the time, so I had to wait another 2 weeks to unlock Golden Tower after that. Now, once I got Golden Tower, I had bought another stone pack through the Google. Like I said, I didn't know about the store at the time. And what I did, the first mistake I made was I was gonna do the black hole, so I increased the size of my black hole by pretty good, and then I lowered the black hole cooldown. And I didn't know that you wanted all your stuff to be in sync. And that's where I messed up. Please don't make that mistake. If you buy stones, get with somebody who knows what they're doing, somebody that you trust to help you spend them. But really, you want your Death Wave, Golden Tower, and Black Hole to be in sync. But if it's too expensive, you could just do Golden Tower and Black Hole in sync. So you have to bring the Golden Tower down to the base cooldown of the Black Hole. I'm not really sure what that number is right now off the top of my head, but that's kind of what you want to do with that. So that was my journey with that. And so that was the past. Now let's talk about now. So now what I'm going to do with my plan is, my dad doesn't want me spending any more money on this game. But I begged him on the first, whenever my check gets here, if I could buy 2 more stone packs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my cooldowns once again. I'm going to lower my Death Wave, Golden Tower, and Black Hole cooldowns to 1 minute and 2 minute sync. It's a 1 to 2 sync for me. And so that's where my next move is. Now, for the future, I I hope this video has value, guys. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but just bear with me. But for the future, I'm only gonna buy the event passes from now on. Because my dad, he wants me to be happy and everything, and I love spending money on this. But he gave me like a little bit of a sit down and a little bit of a talking to. He loves me. He just has the best interest in mind for me, and he doesn't want me getting into this addictive spending habits like that. So I respect him, and I respect his judgment. So for me personally, I'm at the point now in my tower where I got to do the lab. That's another thing that you got to consider if you're buying stone packs. You could buy as many stone packs as you want, but if you don't have the labs to back it up, then you're really kind of how do they say, foot gunning or shooting. I always say shooting yourself in the foot, but maybe that's not the right terms there. So just be careful with what you, and if you do have an addictive personality, and like when it comes to gambling and stuff, like you want to spend all these gems on modules and stuff, just please be careful. Please, don't, I don't want you to feel bad if you don't get a good pull. But you might really be lucky and you might really get something good. So if you have a gambling addiction, I would be very, very careful. But if you want to just have fun and you have the extra money laying around, then hey, more power to you. I understand. So that's gonna be the video for today, folks. I appreciate everybody for watching. I'm gonna leave the content creator codes down in the description, along with the web store address. And in each one of my videos, I leave my player ID if you want to support me directly. Me and my two puppies here, Red and Brownie. I put that in every one of my videos. I'm not, look, don't get me wrong, I'm not begging for money here. That's not what I'm doing. I just thought, since I'm talking about it anyway, that this will be the last time I ever mention it in any of my videos. But since I'm talking about this anyway, I thought it'd be, and I don't expect anything. So, and if anything, I'd rather you help a new player. If you want to bless somebody, if you want to bring your friends into the game and you want to buy them stone packs and stuff, do that before you do it with me. Now, like I said, before you make that purchase on the web store, make sure you support my fellow YouTubers. These guys are really working hard on making videos and content for y'all. And, it's not going to cost you anything more to do it. And it's just a good thing to do. This community is the best community, the best gaming community that I've been a part of in a long time. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I get a lot of views, but I don't really get a lot of subscribers. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, folks. So that's another way you can support me directly, is just by hitting the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching. Happy idling. Bye.